Teacher Greg here, and today we're going to take a look at the final part of the simple present tense, our interrogatives. So we've already looked at two parts. Let's continue with the third. So our interrogatives use our friendly auxiliaries. If you remember from the negative sentences, we use auxiliaries do and does. We will use them again today. They are used for both. So let's refresh. I do, you do, we do, they do. You repeat that also. And he does, she does, it does. Remember to identify your subjects. Conversations require questions. Do your conversations look like this? Hello. And like this? Goodbye. It's a very simple thing you can change with your conversation by asking a question. The more questions you ask, the more conversation you can have. So let's take a look at how to do that. We've looked previously at statements, how to make a simple present sentence. For example, I run in the park. You teach me English. We travel together. Remember that the simple present is simple. That means keep it simple, nothing complex yet. And to think routines. I do it every day, I do it every other day, every weekend, things like that. Now let's compare this to our interrogative structures. Our interrogative structure, as you can see, changes things. Our auxiliary is first, subject second, verb, complement, and a question mark. If you do not have a question mark, you do not have a question. You have a statement. So let's look at some examples. Do you eat fish? Do we have class today? Does she work at the mall? Does he speak English? Each sentence, as you can see, is with the auxiliary. We need to switch the positions around. Subject is always second, auxiliary first. That's how we make a question. Let's take a look now at some examples. Change the statements into questions. Some things to remember. Identify the subject and use one third person identifier. So statement number one, you like chocolate. What is the question? Do you like chocolate? Don't forget, question mark at the end. Number two, he plays tennis on weekends. What is the question? Does he play tennis on weekends? Don't forget, third person. Number three, you drive to work every day. What is the question? Do you drive to work every day? Number four, she drinks black coffee. What is the question? Does she drink black coffee? Again, third person. And number five, you work hard. What is the question? Do you work very hard? Also remember, start with the auxiliaries. Each sentence, if we're asking a question, needs to start with an auxiliary verb. Our assistant verb is first. Are all of your answers the same? Superb, excellent. Now let's take a look at how to answer when we are asked a question or asking a question. We're going to use short answers only, nothing complex. Remember, we are in the simple tense. Our example, do you watch TV at home? If it is a positive, yes, I do. Short, direct. Yes for our positive, subject, and our auxiliary. If it is a negative, no, I don't. Our negative, our subject, our auxiliary, and our negative contraction of not. It's okay. It can be short. Doesn't need to have more information. Now your turn. Here we have multiple questions. Your answers may change. They may be different. That's okay. The answers you will see here are my personal answers. So, do you play the guitar? No, I don't. Do you live in a big city? Yes, I do. Do we speak English together? Yes, we do. Does she listen to music? Yes, she does. Does he have a pet? No, he doesn't. And 6, does the class start at noon? Yes, it does. So again, your answers may not be the same, but what is important is the identification of the correct subject and auxiliary together. Interrogatives can also be used with WH words. In a future lesson, we will look at the difference between the WH word structure and the simple present auxiliary question structure. Here we have a couple of examples of WH words, some common words. What is for things, objects, animals, etc. Where is for location, places, areas, etc. There are more WH words. This is only a quick look, so be sure to check in a future video when we make the differences between WH words and auxiliary questions. But for now, ask questions. Repeat the questions until you know the structure. Say the questions out loud to hear yourself. Don't be afraid to sound crazy while you practice. Continue pushing, and remember, English is easy. Thank you guys so much. I'm Teacher Greg, and see you in the next video.